All right, Mom, I believe you. Owen is a thing of the past, and we'll keep it that way. Yes, we will. I won't let this family be torn apart. Nothing will ever destroy our home. I'm looking forward to Labor Day, Clarice. You and I have got a lot to discuss. Because I feel like this will only be over once Keith is put in prison. Happy birthday, Elvira. I love you. And I miss you. Don't worry. Udell will show up to say hi. He just needs to drop Yvette off at her community service assignment. I can't believe how much has changed in a year. Last year, my family would celebrate your birthday with your family. Now my family is no longer welcomed at your family's estate. I don't know how things got so crazy in such a short amount of time. Hey, Wanda. Happy Labor Day. Happy birthday, Elvira. I love you so much, my precious bro. Even after 21 years, this family has a tremendous hole in it. A hole that no one else could ever fill. Happy Labor Day, Mrs. Russo. Miss Jones. What are you doing here? I work at Russo Jewelers. All employees are invited to your family's picnic. Employees are invited outside. Why are you in my dining room? Because you and I have a lot to discuss. I'm glad we all get to hang out together before school starts tomorrow. I can't believe summer is almost over. And Vanessa, you're a senior, getting old there. Don't start, JJ. And it was this time last year where you two became the best friends I ever had. Without your friendship, I don't know if I'd ever be encouraged not to live for myself, but to live for Jesus. I thank God for my salvation, but I also thank Him for giving me people to help me through so much this past year. With my dad being exposed as a person who took Elvira's life and my personal issues, I thank God for placing you in our lives, Ulissa. I can't imagine you not being in it. I second that, Ulissa. You're really awesome. Hey guys, thanks for coming. Alright, Keith. I'll be gone for a little while. Where are you going, Dad? To the Labor Day picnic at the Russo estate. I don't think they want you there. I'm gonna try and make peace with D.A. Russo. If I can do that, then I could help keep an idiot like you out of prison. Behave while I'm gone. Sorry, Dad, but I'm not an idiot like you think. What I have in store for Valley Park is only something a mastermind can do. Now I've got to prepare. What are you doing here? Since I knew you wouldn't be at the Russo estate, I knew you'd want to honor your best friend on the week of her birthday. If you knew I'd be here, Owen, then why did you bother showing up? This was the only way to reach you. My number is blocked on your phone, and I knew I wouldn't be welcomed at your house. I told you that I was serious when I said I'd do my best to make sure that Yvette wouldn't face prison time. Please. Udell was more than capable of doing that as her lawyer. You did nothing special. What I did could have cost me my entire career, Wanda. What could you and I possibly have to discuss? Mrs. Russo, you've been accusing me of playing games when you're the one who's playing games. In fact, you've been playing games for a very long time. What on earth are you talking about? Alright, I'll confess. When you barged into my apartment and tried to intimidate me, I lied. My father's name isn't Isaac and my mother's name certainly isn't Debbie. But Vivian wasn't lying when she told you that she has a father named Isaac and a mother named Debbie. No. Why are you saying this? Because it's true. You are looking for the truth, aren't you, Mrs. Russo? What I want is for you to leave my house. This is how you treat a guest? When I treated you like royalty when you came by my apartment, uninvited? I want to make it clear that I'm not playing with you, Mrs. Russo. Not anymore. You know exactly who my parents are. Take a good look at me. Which one of my parents do I resemble the most? Now, leave. And don't you dare step foot into this town again. Benedict. I had Benedict look into you. I had him look into your background. And he did, even confronted me about it. What he didn't do was tell you the truth about what he found. Your suspicions were right, Mrs. Russo. Shirley is my mama, which only means one thing and one thing only, is that Mr. Russo is my daddy. Since our families made amends, Max, we were invited to the picnic this year. I still feel very responsible for all of that. Don't sweat it. That's all in the past now. JJ, I think we should leave Vanessa and Max alone for a bit. Was it something I said? I heard that the restraining order went through. Praise God it did. It is an answer to prayer, but this issue with Keith won't end until he's locked up. I don't only want to talk about Keith with you, Vanessa. School is going to start tomorrow, our senior year. How are we going to move forward? Mpakakwe, nous étions dans Valibac, puis en année. Année a volé vite. C'est vrai, papa. This year has had a lot of blessings and trials. But this family is going to receive a huge blessing. Are you talking about Keith going to prison after the trial? I'm not talking about that, Jeremiah. I wanted to tell you first, but since your dad is here, I want to tell you that. Finnegan? Welcome to the Russo Estate, one of the most important landmarks in Valley Park. But no one knows I'm here, so I've got to be as quiet as a mouse. Legally, I'm not allowed to be here. But who cares at this point? Not when I'm here to explain that I'll be making my mark in history. This town won't know what hit him. I never asked you to risk your career in the courtroom, Owen. You didn't have to ask me. I did it because I love you. Stop it. Stop saying that. Where's Udell? Your husband should be by your side, especially on a day like this. Udell is dropping Yvette off at her community service assignment. He'll be here soon. Besides, if you truly wanted to risk your career, then you wouldn't have taken the case to begin with. Being on probation and being required to do community service is 100 times better than being in a prison cell, Wanda. Did you honestly stop by my best friend's grave to gloat? Because if you did, then you can get to stepping. I'd rather spend time with Elvira's burial site than spend another second with you, Owen. Are you okay, Mrs. Russo? Since I'm your husband's daughter, I guess it would be all right with you if I call you Clarice. What's wrong? Did you think my mama was gonna have a boy? Your mother giving birth to a boy was my prayer. My worst nightmare was that your mother would bring a girl into this world. Sounds like an exaggeration. It's not. The fact that I'm looking at you is not fair. Not when I lost a daughter, yet Lorenzo, his bastard, turns out to be a girl. My husband's whore gave him another daughter. What you're not gonna do is call my mama out of her name. A whore is exactly what she is. I knew it. I just knew her little spawn would turn out to be wicked. How dare you? How dare you do this today? The day I celebrate the day my Pearl was born. Instead, I live another year without my daughter. And you're standing right in front of me. It's just as bad as stomping on Elvira's grave. I ain't come here to dishonor Elvira Clarice. She was my sister after all. Shut up! Don't you dare degrade my late daughter's name ever again, you vile, atrocious spawn. I ain't never done nothing to you, Clarice. Not one single thing. You call me vile, yet you hated me the moment you knew about my conception. Yet you discarded a scared, young pregnant woman who just happened to be carrying your husband's baby. And I thought you were pro-life. In fact, it seems like you were more angry with my mama than you were with Lorenzo. How do you think he'd feel if he found out that you kept him from the only other daughter he had? It might make this day feel a little bit more special for him. I don't know how we move on from here, Max. You and I still attend the same church. We'll most likely run into each other at school every single day. I don't want to spend all of senior year avoiding you. What other choice do we have? Holding each other's hands in the hallways? Does the thought disgust you that much, Vanessa? We've come a long way in a year. You and I are better off as friends. Does that mean you still want me in your life? I admit that I might have overreacted when you told me about Ben's plan the other day. But of course, I still want you in my life. And I want you in my life too. But I'm not sure if I have a place in it. Not when I feel the way I do for you. I'm gonna ask you again, Vanessa. Do you have feelings for me as more than just a friend? Yes or no? Get out of my way, Jeremiah. I'm not here to see you. And you think the Russos would want to see you, since you're trying to protect Keith from paying for his crimes? Do you have him in your car? Because he's not supposed to be anywhere near us until the trial. Keith is at home. Settle down. You actually trusted that he would stay there on his own? As long as my son is nowhere near your family, then you don't have to worry about what he's doing. My family and I have every right to know what that boy is up to when he's by himself. The world might see me as a monster once they get a hold of this video. I want to say that I don't care what the world thinks. I'm not a monster. I'm the victim who is wronged in a world not built for him. You're sick. I heard everything, Keith. I heard every single word, and I'm not going to let you get away with any of this. I'm not going to let you hurt a single soul. Are you sure that you don't need any company? Udell is going to keep me company, and I'd like you to be long gone before he comes. All right, guess we'll see each other in our dreams. In your dreams. Are you sure, Wanda? Am I really the only one who dreams of whisking you away in a place like the Bahamas, treating you like the queen you are? Do you not dream of the day that I show you how much I love you by showing you the sort of passionate love that is beyond your wildest imaginations? Get off my wife. You're not going to tell Lorenzo. For as long as you have been in this town, worming your way into my family's life, you won't tell him who you are. When I first came to this town, I wasn't going to tell him. But since you got nosy and got your grandson to do your dirty work, I might just let Lorenzo know that he's got a living daughter. Why are you here, Vivian? To try and make my life miserable? Did you come to Valley Park to enact some sort of revenge plan against me? I came here to know what my father was like for myself. Something you never wanted for me. And before you start going off, my mama don't know that I found out Lorenzo is my father. She don't even know I'm here. So she did exactly what you told her to do. Do you honestly think I would believe a word that comes out of your deceptive mouth? If I tell Lorenzo right now, you and I both know what the outcome will be if he asks me to take a DNA test. And once he finds out that I'm his daughter, he's gonna believe every single thing I tell him. Even if I tell him I met George Washington, he's gonna believe it, because I'm his daughter. What would keep you from telling Lorenzo who you are? Since you asked, I want 15% of your Russo Jeweler shares. What do you even like about me, Max? Are you kidding? Before I got saved, I was amazed at how bold you were. I was impressed by your intelligence and your strength. After everything Keith put me through, I don't know if I still have the same strength I had last year. Don't worry, God's gonna help rebuild the strength you lost. And he won't stop there. Now that I am saved, I'm in awe of how you continue to serve God despite what you've endured. I'm amazed by your kindness and that you've never once pretended as if you were some sort of perfect Christian warrior. But how could you still show me so much kindness after everything I put you through, Max? Guess that's what happens when a guy is crazy about a girl. This is a waste of my time. Like I said, I didn't come here to speak with you. Now get out of my way. Just let him go, Jeremiah. Let the Russos handle him. I don't want Finnegan to ruin the news I have for you. What news, Shelley? I didn't want to say anything until I was 100% sure. 100% sure of what? This is as much as a surprise to me as it will be for you both. But I'm just gonna rejoice and trust in God's timing. What I'm trying to say is that I'm pregnant. You don't know what you heard, JJ. I know exactly what I heard. You sure it's not your schizophrenia flaring up? How do you know I'm here? How do you know you're in this house? Don't try to make me sound like the crazy one when we both know what your evil plan is. Evil? I guess you weren't listening. This is justice. True justice. And you're not gonna stop me. Yes, I am. I'm taking that phone right out of your hand. Once people see what's on it, You won't get away with it because you're not supposed to be anywhere near me. So maybe I'll just drag you out so that I can hand you over to the police to drag you to jail. Dad, it was an accident.